Hey guys, I'm Lisa Tedder, and my site is called Tedder Bear Stamping, and this is the card we're doing today. I'm super excited to use this Lazy Days, and it has some really fun dies. So let's get started. All right, so this is the Lazy Days set. It is very fun, even better than I thought it would be. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and mute my phone because obviously I should have done that before, and my computer. So all right, so we're going to start with, and I know there is no Blackberry Bliss on this card, but we are using the new Moody Mauve and Bubble Bath, and both of those are like beautiful with this. So that's why I chose to use it. When I make my cards, I tend to take my front to my cardstock and then see what one makes it pop the most. So, and this was it. All right. So if you want to get this for free, make sure that you go over to my blog, which is tedderbearstamping.com, and you will see where you can sign up for my newsletter. And every week I send out a PDF for what I've done that week. Also, just to let you know, if you would subscribe, I have to my YouTube channel, I have hundreds of videos out there for you to see, so you don't want to miss out. All right, and obviously I did not mute that, so hold on 1 second. There we go. All right, goodness gracious. All right, so we're going to start by, this is white, basic white, and we're going to start with the porch. And that is what is so much fun, is that I get to create my own porch. So we're going to use copper clay ink, and I'm going to bring in my pad here so that when I go off the sides I can, and it won't get onto my table. All right, so I'm going to make sure this is lined up because I kind of want my porch to not be going uphill or down. All right, so you start off and it has, I don't know if you can see, but it has this where it sticks out, and then this one does a little bit. So I'm going to keep like flipping it each time so that it lines up better. So I'm just going to go ahead and start down here. Whoa, that isn't very straight. All right, let's try that again. All right. I know I say that a lot, don't I? Okay. There we go. That's a little bit better. So I'm going to turn it. It might help if I stood up, huh? And just have the lines meet. Turn it. And then that way it's going to be hopefully good. Okay, so I am going to leave it like that, and what I'm going to do is come in with my crumb cake light and just go over the floor so that, and I am not going to get it all because, you know, floors are darker and lighter, so this way it just will look more realistic. All right, so I'm going to put that aside. We're going to go ahead and do our stamping. All right, so we have a piece of cardstock. On my blog, you will see that I show you how to line everything up so it'll all fit on here, but I've already done some of it, so I'm not even going to worry about that right now. But you can go and see that, not go and see it. You can get it if you get the PDF. All right, so I'm going to stamp the rug in Moody Mauve, and you're going to die cut this after. And what else am I going to stamp? Oh, let's stamp the planter, and we're going to stamp the birdhouse. And both of those get done in Memento, and I'm going to go ahead and ink them both up at the same time, and we'll just stamp them. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to die cut those, and you will have, let me move this. All right, so here we have it, and what I'm going to do is, because I want this to pop more, I'm going to color it all, the whole thing, with the light bubble bath. And let's bring this back out so I can just be messy. Much easier that way. All right. Okay. So we have that. I'm going to go ahead and color this. I probably will speed up this because I am not live, so that's a good thing. And you won't have to watch the whole entire thing. So, well, you will watch it, but you won't be able to, you'll be able to fast forward it. But first I'm going to start with Granny Apple, and I am going to use the copper clay again because I want everything to kind of go together. So here we go. Okay, so now we got it all colored. We're going to go ahead and we're going to place this onto our floor, and I'm just going to do that flat. I think the only thing I'm going to pop up is the rocking chair. All right, so let's get this on. So then we're going to also, I'm going to go ahead and put some tape on this because I want to do the what's behind, and I don't want it to get on here. So it doesn't matter that I've already put the rug on. So I'm going to go ahead and put this here. Bring this in. All right, so what you do is that normally you wouldn't use cardstock, but since I already did this and I'm not going to use it, I'm going to use this cardstock. So I'm just going to tear some hills. And I know the ones in, let's make them a little bit higher. The ones in my picture do have quite big ones. All right, so we're going to put that there, and I'm going to come in with the Moody Mauve. And I know mountains aren't Moody Mauve, but sometimes they have that purple tinge, so that's where I was going. Plus, Moody Mauve fits with my card. So I want to make sure that I have it to where it matches. So I'm just going to take some off and put it on here. And this is different than my sample, is that I didn't go all the way across in my sample, and I am now, so we'll see how that looks. All right, there's that, and then I'm going to do a smaller one over here. Let's make it right here, and I'm going to make this darker. So I didn't wipe any of the ink off, except for on my finger, obviously. Okay. So now we have that. We can go ahead and remove this. Well, first, before I remove that, not that we need to, really I could have, but I want to go ahead while I'm doing this and have my paper here. I'm going to just do some sky. And it doesn't matter if you go a little bit into the hills or mountains, whatever you want to call them. Okay. It's hard to see, but it's there. All right. Trying to keep it somewhat clean so you can see and not be distracted. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the tape. Throw that away. And then we're going to come in with the porch awning. And I'm going, well, I guess I need this after all. I wanted to show you what Carol, let's see, I have it written down. Carol Buckaloo, she did this, and this is what like got me super excited. It's the little things, people. I thought it would be fun to color. Well, she did it, but I thought, oh, that's so pretty. So I'm going to color parts of this like you would a Victorian home. You know how everything is colored. Just be sure if you ever decide to do this that you are sure that you want to keep doing this, because once you color it once, you know, I'm saying in a real house, not here. All right, let me use the brush tip for this part. And it's really hard to see on the picture, but it's so pretty in person. So I'm hoping you can see this today. I'll hold it up so you can. Okay, so we're just going to follow these and fill them in. Does anybody else watch A Million Little Things? I just finished it. Oh my gosh. That is something. All right. So sad it's gone. All right, so we have that. I'm going to go ahead and show you up close. Hopefully you can see. It's still hard to see in my video. I don't know why. It's very bright here, but you can see it more here. Isn't that pretty? All right, we're going to go ahead and put some glue on this. And we're going to make it to where that this is at the top. Come on. Just want it to be right. And then you're going to trim off any excess. Pretty, huh? Okay, then, because we can, we're going to go ahead and put this railing right along this. But we're going to color that too, because of course it has to match. But we're just going to do in between the spokes here. Try not to get it on my table. And there are little indents on the die that kind of will help you figure out where to put this. Hold on, I want one more. Now, of course, you'd take your time. And it would look beautiful in any other color too. So use your imagination on what you want to make it. But let me show you. If you can see, it's really hard to tell. Believe me, if you win the drawing, so if you leave a note, a message for me on here on my blog, not my blog, on my video, sorry, you will get put into a drawing on Tuesday of next week. So you have a few days to try to think of something nice to say. Hopefully it doesn't take you that long. But I will pick a winner and send this out. All right, so we're just going to have this be right here. Perfect. All right. Now, this is going to go right here, and I'm going to do that flat. I did pop it up on my one I did before. I took it off because it didn't look good. It did not look right having the planter popped up. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the birdhouse up. Whoops, didn't get much on there. There we go. And this one is going to go right here. And now on my sample, I have a brad there that I poke through and everything. I don't think you really need it, but if you want to, go ahead. All right, so then we die cut a chair. Isn't this cool? I don't know if you can see. Oh yeah, you can. Look at the dimension in this. All right, so what Carol showed on hers, this is where I wouldn't have gotten it because I never would have thought about it, but it is so cool. So what you're going to do, this was die cut with copper clay. So I'm going to come in with the dark copper clay and just give it some dark places so it looks real. And it looks like a rattan one when you're done because of the thing right here. The lines that they have, it just makes it look so pretty. All right, and then for the bottoms, we're just going to go along the bottom. I think that's it. Oh, let me fix this one spot. There we go. All right, so let me show you without this being in the way how realistic this looks now and how that looks like it's like rattan or something. So cool. So I am going to use mini dimensionals on this. And because they're close, it's going to be the black, which is dark, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I had to trim some of them because they were showing on the other side. So you want to make sure you look for that. But this is going to go just like this. Isn't this the cutest? I love it. Okay, so that's it for the front. So then I went and looked and tried to find something that would make it pop. And of course, I always turn to my trusty black because it does. It makes it really pop. And obviously I didn't get this up high enough. So I think I'm going to bring in my cutter and just trim that top a little bit so you don't see it. When you do it, make sure that you get it lined up properly. There we go. All right, so this is going to go on here. All right, and now watch what happens when you put it on here. Look at how that really pops with the Blackberry Bliss. And only one thing popped up. Pretty cool, huh? All right. Want to make sure I get that somewhat in the middle. All right, so let's move to the inside, which we have another white, the same size. And this time I'm going to stamp, let's see. I want to make sure this one. It's always a good day And I'm going to use Maudie Mauve, or I don't know how to pronounce that properly. Mauve, something like that. All right, and then it's always a good day when taking time for yourself. Now, I do that a lot. I'll go and scrapbook or read, just have a good time by myself. All right, now we're going to come back in with the rocking chair that you can stamp, and we're going to use the copper clay again. Okay, now the fun part is that we're going to go ahead and use this and do the same as that we did on the die cut one. Cute, huh? All right, one last thing, because it is just too cute not to add, is a little cushion that I'm going to put right here so that you're ready to just be all nice and cuddly in this. And I'm going to go ahead and, since it's small, I'm going to put glue and just put it right here. You're ready to go. All right, we're going to mount that onto black and then put it on the inside, and we're done. What a fun card. Now go out to my DBWS, which is my website, and place your order. And if you spend $35 or more, you will get a PDF of 16 cards. And every month is different. So if you've already done it once, don't worry about it. You'll get a different one this time. I'm just waiting for the new ones to come out, and then I will send them out. Okay, so here we go. Whoops. What do you think? Isn't that pretty? Look at how beautiful that is in person or up close. Love it. Okay, girls, thank you, or people, sorry, didn't mean to leave out you men, but thank you for coming, and come back next week when I will be doing a live. And now on the lives, if you, let me turn you, on the lives, if you come, you will be there's a drawing right then. So the people watching, if you leave a comment so we know you're watching, you will get to be in the drawing and maybe get the card for next week to your mail. But this time, just leave a comment here under the video, and hopefully you will be one of the ones that wins this. All right, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.